swimming in pools of gold. This is the Guild of Dungeoneering.
G'day everybody, it's Neill here and welcome to the Guild of Dungeoneering. This old early access game is finally in full release. It's pretty good. I had a few patches the first couple of days it was out to fix some of the crippling bugs. The music, this soundtrack is actually really cool. We're gonna hear a lot of this soundtrack. During the game. This game's got a lot of coverage and I think it's actually well deserved. It's quite fun. It is quite addictive and you lose quite a lot of time to the game and you lose a lot of sanity to the game as well. The settings are pretty straight up basic. Actually, they did not have a few resolution options, but that was fixed on day 2 of the official release. So they've done very well in keeping that up. So let's get our crew and let's start a new game. You can see I've already got a few hours under my belt already just to get a feel for the game. And let's face it, it's like crack.
This is the Guild of Dungeoneering all across the land.
This guy in the back?
Oh, to be a dungeoneer, chasing fame and glory.
He's always got little ditties. They're always rhyming couplets. They're kinda cool, except he always sings when you die, so you will hate him eventually. The Ivory League of Explorers, the noblest, most virtuous guild in the land. Pfft, those insufferable jerks. I'll show 'em. They won't think me so grossly incompetent when I have my own guild. I've bought a small hall in the bad part of town with the gold I borrowed from them. I've staked out a dungeon that's ripe for the picking. I've even found a chump who can do all the dirty work while I sit back and watch the coins roll in. Like my father always told me, there's always someone stupider than yourself. Well, he never really said it to me. Actually, he said it to everyone but me. Hey, wait a minute. This is my guild, very small guild. We need to hire some people, some suckers, in fact, so... I'm really terrible at laying this out, so you're gonna, like, get real annoyed. Chump!
The one that's always left behind, the solitary lump, the pawn who's fodder for the grind, the sorry little chump.
Chump is our very first explorer. You're gonna hear that guy's fantastic little rhyme. Stumbles, I don't know if we'll name everybody the same, but we'll at least try. Alright, we have 0 gold, which means we need to go exploring. Yes, let us pick up some gold. Ah, it's a hole in the ground, enter dungeon. Squeak, squeak. Rats, how original. So this game is a little bit of a dungeon crawler, a little bit of a customizable card game. It's all very, very cool. So here we go. They're playing the first one for me. We play the cards down to build a dungeon for our explorers. And then our explorers will automatically go through the dungeon we've created and completed. So you've got to, like, figure out how the AI will decide which rooms to go into and then plan it accordingly. Okay, so we're about to get munched here. And the rubber ducky, the vicious, brutal rubber ducky, by the way. So we've got like a whole bunch of rubbish abilities like eyes closed punch and that sort of thing. Oh, rubber ducky suffers some stupidity. You can see there's classes of abilities too. Oh, we've come out victorious. Look at that, mate. Stumbles. He's on fire. We'll take a wooden stool for an offhand, which gives us, as you can see here, stupidity 1, crush 1. Let me take it and I'll bring up the character sheet and we'll go over it properly. And we picked up some dollar bucks. Right, so let's open Stumbles, the character sheet here. You see, Stupidity 1 this is tagged with, which basically screws us. Crush 1, which is a pretty basic ability class. And Armor 1, and that is actually a really good ability. The Block on 3. So we're not really rocking much at the moment, so let's put that away. We need to get Stumble sorted, mate. We need to defeat 2 more monsters to move on. Oh, mate, look at that. That's beautiful, isn't it? So, let's just chuck another nasty rat in there. We won't make it too difficult. There's just Rat City in here. 2 years in chump school for this. Just beat him to death with your mohawk, mate. If that doesn't work, just take a seat. This close punch. It's a schoolyard fight. Jesus, neurotoxin, look at that shit. Nature 2. Fully blocked. As you would expect. Oh shit, look, that was unblockable. That was stupid, so I'm not paying attention here. There are a lot of unblockable abilities. There's 2 different, like, damage classes. There's the blue and the red. One is physical, one is magical. His nasty rat is really doing a number on me here. I'm getting completely munched. Now you basically strike at the same time. This is a real problem now because I have to, I'm about to lose, basically. So, he's doing a bite, and that's unblockable, 1 physical damage. And I can block 1, but I can't... I'll do damage to him, but we kill each other, which means I die. And that's how we play Guild of Dungeoneering, everybody. He's a rhyme.
Another hero dead at last. Their future now is in the past. And all because their selfish pride was chasing fame and glory.
What we do get is a graveyard, though. And I think I can abide. Well, this should be like, right in the center.
Although this guild seems very grand, a dungeoneer's life can sometimes be hard, not always going as they might have planned. They mostly end up in this graveyard.
Here lies Stumbles, completely unremarkable in every way. Thanks, mate. Oh, Nub Nub. Okay, Nub Nub, he sounds like he's, got a couple of functional limbs about him. Let's throw him into the rat hole, and let's not do quite so badly. The objective is actually pretty easy. It should be pretty easy. Oh, look, this is rigged, mate. We're always fighting a rubber ducky, the whipping boy. He's level 0, I'm not quite sure why. You kind of get a level up every time you kill something as well, so... Well, I think so anyway. I've been playing it for hours and hours and I'm still trying to figure out some of those things. So let's punch with our eyes closed. With our nubs. Vicious nubs. So those irritable abilities are actually really good. Because he munches himself with it. That's actually pretty dangerous. The rubber ducky. Irritable. So we got a choice of loot here. Let's grab the wooden stool. It's reliable actually, the wooden stool. It's got that 3 physical resistance ability, which I just can't live without. So let's rig out these suckers. And then I think, actually, we should probably use a giant bat. Something a little bit more easy. Let's get this over with, mate. There's a lot of smack talk. Oh, the giant bat's a loner. -1 HP if he's in a dead end. Well, oh shit, he's spooking me. No way. So there you go, you got 1 magical damage and 1 physical resistance, which is actually a pain in the ass. Pain in the ass ability to get. So now he's gonna get his health all the way back, mate. Look at that. So I need to do. Oh, for fuck's sake, the bat is like doing a number on me, something fierce. Okay, so we need to hopefully hold out until we're boned again. We're just completely boned again. This game isn't actually that fucking hard. I've just had like terrible luck.
Across the land from far and wide, they come to the guild and want to fight. Sad to see them sliced and diced. Not only once, but twice.
Cecily the chump. I will stop laughing at me, you old bastard. Ah, poor Nub Nub. He didn't get out much. That's alright. The thing is, you still get gold. You still get gold even when you lose. And eventually, we'll be able to level up to be not so terrible at this. I think the first unlockables are at 50 gold pieces, so maybe our tunes will survive a little bit longer. And sometimes you do have like extremely hard fights that end up being completely easy because of the way the cards fall. But especially in the early game, I don't like the chump. The chump is actually a really terrible tune for me. The items are pretty crap too. So we can unlock a whole bunch of items and we'll check that out later. Oh bloody hell, mate! Look at that. We're gonna get killed by the rubber ducky. That's what's gonna happen here. That's happening today. Okay, see you, mate. The whipping boy is moving on. So Straight Jacket actually gives 1 more life. Maybe we'll be able to take on the bat. We've got one more heart. It's like that dude in the Power Rangers. Power Rangers? Holy shit! How embarrassing is that? No, the Captain Planet. I'm distracted by the rats. That's what it is. Oh yeah, come on, move on, mate. Straight Jacket. You gotta be nuts to jump into the rat hole. So the problem is there's a lot of unblockables with these guys. Oh no. See, we don't want to discard a card because we only start with 3 at this stage of the game. And that's a huge disadvantage to lose a card. They actually draw 1 at a time, which is kind of cool. Because I don't know, I guess if they had any more cards it'd be really hard. Okay, let's finish off this rat. And we'll get moving. Look, we made it! We made it past the second rat. Holy shit. We're moving on up. Let's grab the wooden stool again. I think that was it. We had the cursed wooden stool too many times. He doesn't look like a rat. He looks more like a goblin or something. So in any case... Oh, we're actually done here. So let's just move straight on in. Nasty rats drop loot, right? Old grape skins, peas, rat shit. Other rats. So at all costs, we should probably block those cards. Oh look, if he's doing an unblockable, mate, I'm gonna throw 2 damage at him. We'll let this one go through. I feel like I should save that shield. See, look, I've only got blocking abilities here, and he's got an unblockable ability, so I'll throw out my stupidity card. Which should be a disadvantage, but in times like this, it's actually good because you don't waste it. Anyway, I probably should have attacked that rat now because it doesn't actually matter, so let's just finish him off. See ya, mate. See you later. See you later. I want to hear the guy, like, rhyming about me nicely.
Now showing off is quite a bore, and certainly not becoming. But what we have here, next in store, will surely have you running.
He's such a rude bastard. Even when we did well, he harassed us. Alright, so what do we got? A training out. Let's unlock the Bruiser. The Bruiser I quite like. The Bruiser's, let's get the Bruiser. To the east. Lylor.
Not a gentle kind of dungeoneer, nor a poet, or a muser.
Okay.
But one that fills the heart with fear. I give to you the Bruiser.
The voice acting's not too shabby as well. Like, I quite enjoy it. Let's send the Bruiser into our dungeon. Okay. Lylor the Bruiser. Rat Pack. Defeat the Rat King. Holy shit, we're already... I mean, we couldn't even defeat the bloody normal rats. And now we're taking on the king. I assume there's a very shallow hierarchy in the rat world. What's going on here? Oh, I'm not allowed to do that just yet. That's right, we can sort it out. Well, there's Ratman. Look, we got to jump straight in and fight. We're totally outgunned on this creature, but we got to get some gear. So now Spiky, this is my favorite ability that I've used so far. It means if I block all of the damage, they take 1 damage from me. Which is going to happen right now. Down the bottom. Ratman takes 1 self-inflicted and 1 from Spiky. I love that ability. It's so good. Oh, I didn't really need to throw out the unblockable, but here we are. So, like I said, it's actually even better now to, like, block under all circumstances because it does 1 extra damage. And that adds up as you're playing the whole game. So, to the Tattered Mail, this gives us, like, a triple block. I mean, it gives us stupidity as well, if you like, check it out here. We get Repel, which is this triple physical shield, which is fantastic. And then we're also a little bit stupid, which, I mean, that's... let's face it, that's what you would expect from somebody that is pure melee DPS. So let's hook up here. And... let's put a bat in the middle. Something naff. I don't know if the Rat King is hard, I don't actually remember. I'll have me brother basher. Well, I'll do the bashing. I'm sorted for the bashing. Bloody neurotoxins, mate. They're already whipping it out. How does a rat have neurotoxin? We're both just jumping through each other. There we go. So I'm just trying to throw out as much damage as possible at this stage, just through attrition. See, now I could... I'm just gonna block it, fuck it. Fuck it, let's block it. He's gonna take 1 damage. Ah, look, I knew that had happened, that's fine. But we got him on the death blow. We've survived. Phew. It's actually scary sometimes. Ah, the shift. That's actually, like, quick damage. I'm not sure that's good, though, at this stage. So, the straight jacket gives us... It actually gives us 1 heart that you can't see, but, let's see. I suppose we'll just take the magic damage offhand. That was actually quite shitty loot. I'd really like to, like, upgrade the loot when we can. Hopefully, actually, after this chunk. Let's just go on and level up. Kind of the whole purpose of these ones especially is like taking on mobs. Like the more mobs you attack, the more chance of loot you have, and you can get the best combinations. Before, in this case obviously, hitting the Rat King and getting our asses kicked. Oh shit, that was a total mistake. That was ass backwards. Do not follow my lead. Okay, so now we should block this stuff, otherwise he's heading all the way. He's leveling up. You can see we're like, oh, we're getting munched here, like totally. You can see where like the customizable card game style thing comes in, but like you gotta get your cards from the loot. So you gotta kill a whole bunch of nub creatures, juggle your loot around to get the best combination of cards, and then go for it. Okay, let's finish off this bet. Which is quite nice, and it's really addictive, sorry. Even though you know... Okay, we definitely have the wooden board for this. Okay, let's get some more abilities though. Twig. A twig and a cup of coffee. We're dangerous. So even though you do get a lot of... you do get hassled by the narrator. A lot. Oh shit, it's a fountain room. Fountain decay, no! No, we got decay for that fight. That's not good. Well, when we do eventually land in that room. So you can see why it's addictive. You've got all of these aspects playing together, and they're all very, like, I don't know, small strategy items to master, I suppose. Like, the cards aren't very difficult, building the rooms aren't very difficult, upgrading stuff isn't very difficult, but all of them together will challenge you, I promise you. Oh man, oh man. I do enjoy this game a lot as well, as you can probably tell. Oh shit, man, look at that. Yeah, we've got to go to the glyph. I don't know what we're carrying. We're just carrying jewelry and the stick, and we're taking on the Rat Queen. The Rat King? Possibly the Queen is in there too. I haven't seen it just yet, and we're basically shit out of luck. We got to go into this badass bloody fountain room. Oh, the Gnolls. The Gnolls are like these kind of really physical, angry mobs. Yeah, so they do a lot of extra damage to me. So he should take 2 now because of Spiky plus me actually kicking his ass. So in this case, like, I like the Bruiser because the Bruiser, it's got the spiky thing, and you get, I don't know, there's a benefit to blocking, and it's not just not taking damage. You actually do a bit of damage in return. So you do feel like you're not necessarily wasting a card if you have to block something completely, which I think is really good. Oh, look at that. Yeah, well, I don't think we can actually... Yeah, right, let's go for the club. Fuck it. It didn't actually tell me what I lose there, but that's okay. Most of the time, it doesn't really matter. You're swapping out one card for one slightly different card. Especially with the Bruiser, you want a lot of physical stuff, but that was magic. The leader. What's he got? +1 HP for each surrounding minion, which are nil. So, oh, we're gonna get munched here. We actually need to block one of those attacks. So he's actually a little bit smarter than everybody else. Let's gain some health back on him here. Okay, here's a good one. So we've actually just thrown out a card. Instead of attacking him, we just blocked him, but it's done damage back, which is superb, in my opinion. So, let's go through. Let's throw this out. We'll grab another card. Oh, look at that. It's delicious. We're gonna get him? Yeah, let's just throw an unblockable in there. I don't even care anymore. There we go. Rat King, we got you, mate. You are done. The Guild of Dungeoneering. Moving on up. Oh, 80 gold.
Hurrah, hurrah, a victory. That was so quick you made it look easy. Another happy tale in our short story, if not a little bit violent, and not for the queasy.
Ooh, a trophy room. I think we should put this behind the graveyard so we have to walk through the graveyard and we're reminded every time. What is that?
Caught up in all this doom and gloom of all the places you've wrecked.
Yes.
It's nice to have a big trophy room. A place to quietly reflect.
Out of everything I could have torn from the rat, I took his tail. Alright, so we will gather our strength and we will upgrade shortly.